Hello, team. Now, I will give you a brief introduction about myself and will inform you why I am a decent right fit for this role. So, for the past 6 years, 6.5 years, I was working for an apparel e-commerce startup where my boss had a YouTube channel where I worked as a backend operations associate, and I also handled one of his business, which involved transforming Indian men using a 12-week transformation complete online program. During this program, I also had access to one-on-one close consultation calls from individuals who are exactly almost similar to Healing Mantra's audience. Participants who have anxiety, deep, heavy depressive episodes, s- students or individuals, working professionals coming from really successful background, but they are dealing through some difficult, they are currently navigating a tough challenging time. And we, as in the past company, my founder, the boss, he guided these participants over a period of 12 weeks where we were able to gradually, slowly transform them, remove or get rid of the anxiety, get rid of the negative self talks from where they were. So in for this program, my main role was to assist the participants, help them with their query. I was not the one who was actually helping them with their consultation. It was actually done by my boss. I was just basically helping them as a friend, as a support guidance. And alongside this, in my e-commerce operations, yeah, I also had experience in fulfilling orders, communicating with high value clients, and this was my 6.5 years of work experience. Alongside this, I also had a Google business profile optimization role, which was completely outside my work. I was able to using in Google business. This that was for a completely different role. For 8 years, I was able to optimize local businesses, especially businesses like jewelry store or some small some small restaurants, clubs, malls, or any local stores who have been in business for 20 close to 2 or 3 decades, who have strong physical presence, but when it comes to online presence, especially if we talk about Google Maps, they have relatively weaker, or if not much, absolute worst presence. So inside Google Maps, I was able to generate approx 17 million organic views. I'll just share my screen. Yeah. So inside Google, wait a minute. So inside Google Maps, if I was able to generate approx 17 million organic views, this is for local businesses. These are not online. So businesses who have strong, decent offline presence, but if they have weaker presence in terms of Google Maps, especially on Google Maps, that's where I came and helped them in making their Google business profiles slightly presentable. Because what I've seen in most businesses in India, in Europe, Australia, most of the time they have quite decent offline presence. But in Google Maps, this is what I've usually noticed. Now, why would I be the right fit for this role is one, I do understand anxiety and how it works. I mean, in general, I had been dealing with a lot of panic attacks or anxiety attacks during my 12th standard, roughly 10 or 11 years back during my board exams. And then in 2021, when I lost my closest family member, and when some other events occurred during after 2021, I had major depressive or major painful episodes. During these tough times, I had my boss, Mayank Bhattacharya, who continuously guided me, supported me, showed me different practices, different tools, using different methods, and how I can come out of it. So I actually even know with time how we can come out from one's situation. So me personally, being able to come out of one tragic situation. Yeah. Similarly, when I see participants come out of yeah. Similarly, if I see participants come out of such tragic, difficult situation and come in a better state, so I find that personally quite inspiring. So that's one reason I feel in my past experience, I've actually noticed those changes in multiple participants. And I would want to do the same. And if I see the founder of Healing Mantra, Shashank Lakwani. So Shashank's profile, he is someone I look up to or as a role model. There are a lot of persons just like Shashank, like Yash Vardhan Swami, Abhinav Mahajan, Sarath Kalra. And if I talk about Ali Abdal, so there are a lot of other creators who I might look up to. Captain Senbat, Nikhil Pandey, for example. So these are some examples of creators, role models who might, or even Michael Jackson for that matter. So these are examples of creators, inspiring people whom I look up to, and people who I see as a role model. And the person, if I ask myself, who do I want to be in the next 15 to 20 years? So Shashank's profile as a holistic coach, holistic well-being coach, and Yash, or there are a lot of other creators. The profile like yours, personality like yours, these are some examples where I look up to and I would aspire to be. So this is my complete details. Now I will go through your second question.